Hey everybody, this is vlog 31. Um, I want to start out saying happy holidays or happy Festivus, happy, it's that time of the year. I never really noticed what to say to anybody, you know, just because of my own personal beliefs. So I I normally just, people wish me, Merry Christmas, or or Happy Holidays, or Happy Hanukkah, or Happy Kwanzaa. No one's gonna wish me Happy Kwanzaa because I'm white. So that person would have to be severely confused or possibly blind. Or be like Stephen Colbert and not be able to see color. But no, we got the tree up a couple of days ago. Me, Dad, and with a little help from Mom. We got the tree up. Mom she made sure the tree was sitting right. Well, by giving observations, as I held on to the tree and moved it in whichever direction would make it straight, and Dad was underneath with the tree stand. He was adjusting it. So we did that, and that was a couple days ago, and then now tonight we decorated the tree with ornaments. Uh, for the longest time, and it doesn't happen every year anymore, just because Hallmark, the prices they want for their ornaments or their licensed ornaments is ridiculous, you know. Um, but it used to be that every year me and Dad would get a Star Trek ornament, and I would get a Star Wars ornament, and that continued for many years. And like I said, only in recent years has it slowed down, where that's not something we get every year. Uh, but that was a cool little tradition. But it got to the point where the Christmas tree was Star Wars versus Star Trek, and then a couple family ornaments or gifted ornaments on the tree. So, I mean, both me and Dad, we could fill an entire Christmas tree, like the one we have in our house right now, a 9-foot Christmas tree. We could fit every single one of our Star Trek and Star Wars ornaments on the tree, and there's still probably and there wouldn't be much room afterwards. So I actually, a couple years ago, started to uh, I just put up a select few ornaments, um, especially now that a lot of the ornaments that are more recent, that are newer, they don't, they're not the ones where you plug them into the tree light outlet, and then they glow, or you press the button and it causes it to say something or what have you. All the Hallmark ornaments have gone to batteries, so basically, it doesn't have to be connected to any external electricity. I guess that's one for safety, and two for it's probably actually cheaper to create them with battery power, because those batteries will last maybe what, 2 Christmases? If you take them, even if you take them out of the device or out of the ornament, I mean they're still only going to last, maybe 2 years. But technology's gotten better, so this year I got a TIE interceptor, um, and that's Star Wars. The TIE interceptor is basically think of a fighter plane, but for the Empire. It was an upgrade from just your basic TIE fighter, just your basic fighter. It had special laser cannons on it and what have you. And Dad got the 25th anniversary ornament of the Enterprise D NCC 1701D, which was the ship in Next Generation. This year's their 25th anniversary. So he got that, and that was pretty cool, because you press the button on that one and you can hear Picard's monologue from the beginning of the show. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, the tree has always been sort of after a couple of years, it really became a battle between Star Trek and Star Wars on the tree. I think Dad has me up one or two ornaments, Star Trek ornaments, than I do Star Wars. Because you see, the thing is that I love Star Trek as much as I love Star Wars. But I grew up with Star Wars, and he grew up watching Star Trek, so the original series. So, it works. And so other than that, remember I talked last time about having my last psychiatry appointment, and well, I had that appointment, and he did everything that he could, supposedly, to help me out, which was write a bunch of prescriptions to refill all of my psych meds. Unfortunately, insurance company will not pay or will not allow filling of certain pills, just because of their being either antipsychotics or just drugs that are on the list. Because at first I got about half of them, and then it was getting very late, and I was left with literally like a single day left worth of dosage of pills, after my mother finally contacted the pharmacy, and there was a mix-up somewhere where they had thought that I'd gotten a bottle of one thing, and I actually never received it, or if I did, I somehow, which I don't believe is possible, lost. Because I get a bag when they deliver it, and I go in that bag, I reach in, if it's a refill, I switch the bottles out, and then I take the paper that's inside of it, and I file it. And I file it in order. So, you know, so I knew that I didn't get these certain medications, even though the pharmacist said they had been filled. So my pharmacist, he's a fantastic guy, and he knows I'm not going to be pulling his, I'm not pulling his leg on anything, nor is anybody in my family. So he went ahead and filled the prescriptions for me, because if I would have gotten off of some of these meds, some negative things could happen, and that's the last thing you want when you've got a holiday like Christmas showing up. Don't want to feel down for that. But I emailed my old psychologist or psychiatrist multiple times, talking about how you said you were going to send this stuff in. I mean, I saw the papers myself. I saw the prescription myself when he signed them, and he supposedly faxed them off. And I've emailed him twice, and it's almost been a week, and he has yet to respond to anything that I've said, any of my emails. Which he specifically gave me his email at the end of our last meeting, saying, if you need anything, please feel free to email me. Well, I guess that means please feel free to email me at this address that I obviously don't check often, or I check it and just don't care. I know he was getting flack, which is one reason why he retired. So maybe that damage got to him quicker, so he couldn't really figure out my ordeal. But really, even if he couldn't figure it out, after 2 emails from me, I would at least expected an email and, apology. Or even just listen, they squeezed me out of the system. I'm sorry. That's all I wanted. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. And that's just bad doctoring. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of doc you are. I know one thing about him is he didn't really like playing by the rules. And he was very aggressive when prescribing medications. Such as, I'm pretty sure my new psychiatrist is going to see what I'm on now and wonder how the hell I can actually stand up at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Because that's what my pharmacist said. My pharmacist had talked to me and was like, Jake, the things you were on, with everything that you're on, how are you even awake right now? How are you standing on 2 feet? And and I really had no answer because that's just the way it's been. But anyway, on to more festive notes. It's almost Christmas. Yay! Not too much longer. Less than a week away from Christmas. And I'm above. I got above everybody on the list. I wrapped and put underneath the tree Dad's gift from me. So I was the first to put a gift under the tree, which is really rare because I really put off wrapping things, and I hate wrapping. Even though when I do it, I do a really good job of it. And you're like, oh, you must be great at wrapping. I'm like, no, not really. But it's more, no, I just don't like to do it very much. So, but who knows? Who knows what Christmas will bring? What sort of things we'll get from the family? What sort of things the family gets each other? I've actually had my youngest sister Claire go out and do some shopping for me for other members of the family, because I can't stand going out into the holiday crowds, or rather I can't take that risk into going out and possibly running into a holiday crowd. That would be not safe situation. That's a situation of complete unknown. So I mean, being unknown meaning I have no idea what I would react to or how I would react to various stimuli that's out there. So she's done some shopping for me. She hasn't come to me with anything yet, but I'll probably rack her brain tomorrow, see what she's got. Other than that, I've been really preoccupied with anything and everything Sherlock Holmes. I guess because all these shows and I don't know, this interest in Sherlock Holmes that has come about. You know, I like to look deeper, and like on my Kindle I have a basically complete writings or stories or shorts about Sherlock Holmes. So I've been digging into that and comparing the stories in the books to the stories that are in the Sherlock series that was on BBC One and then was also shown on BBC America. And also comparing them with I don't know who it is ABC? No, CBS. CBS has a series called Elementary, and it deals with a Sherlock Holmes that used to live in England but no longer does and lives in the United States, and is a substance abuse reformer. I don't know what the correct word would be. Basically, he was uh, a substance abuser, and then he got, I guess, it's sort of a parole-like thing, or probation, you know. It's like, okay, well, we'll let you out of jail, but you're going to have a companion, and you have to check in with this companion every 2 hours. And that's how they work Dr. Watson into it. And in the American show, it's interesting because Watson is a female, and she's a substance abuse counselor, played by Lucy Liu. She does a good job. I've never been the biggest Lucy Liu fan, but you know, so far what I've watched has been entertaining. I mean, it's not nearly as much fun as the Sherlock series on the BBC. I mean, that was just engrossing. Those episodes, oh wow, they were fantastic. But it's something to watch, which is good. Because I gotta find something to do with my time. But other than that, I think I'm gonna sign off. I don't know what I'm going to do. If I'm gonna watch, I've been slowly going through Gundam Wing, or Wing Gundam, as it was called back in the 90s. It's an animated mecha, like, you know, big mechanical robots show. And that was on during the time when I was in high school. And it's kind of what got me into anime originally. So I'm kind of slowly running through that series. So, well, other than that, all I got to say is if I don't talk to you guys, excuse me, if I don't talk to you guys before Christmas, I wish you a good Christmas. And even then, a Happy New Year. So, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.